Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi, and let's dream about beauty. Today I'm going to be showing you part 3 of my eyeshadow palette collection. This will be the last part. I will be showing you there's a few Colourpop, some Morphe, JBs Place, and also some of my more special palettes that I have displayed on my shelf that you can see right here. Okay, so without too much further talking, let's just get to it. Okay, so I'm going to start out with my singles collection. So for those of you who are not familiar, you can, from select makeup brands, you can buy single eyeshadows. So instead of buying a palette, you just choose the single shadows that you want. I used to have my single shadows organized by brand, but now I have them organized by color. So we will start out with what you see in front of you, and then I have a couple of more off to the side, and those are the ones that I have closer to my where I do my makeup because I use them more frequently. So I'll just push this back a little bit so it'll give us more room. So this first one, these are some special shades that I have. I believe the Ice Cream collection and then the Chaos collection from Luxie. And these are just beautiful, very buttery, creamy shadows that have a major, you can see purple goes to blue. Some major multi-chrome. And then the Ice Cream ones are also, the Ice Cream collection is also very nice as well. So yeah, I have just these off to this, these ones separated from the rest of my collection just because they're sort of the special shades. And these palettes from Shop Missy are great. Very inexpensive, good quality, and they're beautiful. So I'm very happy with them. Just gonna grab some paper towel here so I can wipe my fingers as I go. Okay, so now in this one, we have so I have depotted my FEM palette from Colourpop, and these are some of the leftover shadows from that. The FEM palette is one of a discontinued palette from Colourpop that has cool tone shadows. This is where I have the glitter shades that I have also depotted. Did I say depotted before depot? I don't know. Anyhow, depotted. These are the glitter shades that I have depotted from some of the Colourpop palettes that I have. As I think I've mentioned before, I don't mind pressed glitter, but I would prefer to have them all sort of together in a palette like this so that I can reach, if I decide I'm wearing glitter, which I don't very frequently. I go for more shimmer or metallic shades, but you know, if I'm sort of getting ready for a party or something and I'm going to wear glitter, I can just go to a glitter palette, so that's why I prefer to do this. This is my Cleona 66.5 degrees North collection. So this is the only one that I have actually organized by brand. It's pretty special to me just because I do live in Canada, and the 66.5 degrees north, that refers to latitude, and these eyeshadows are meant to bring to mind the beauty of the Canadian North. They're beautiful shadows and I love them very much. This is a Colourpop magnetic palette. It came with eyeshadows in it already together, so it was a pre-made singles collection, but I changed it around, And these are my pinks and purples from a variety of brands, Colourpop, Makeup Geek, and Looksy mainly. Another Colourpop magnetic palette, and these are my bright warm colors, again from Makeup Geek, Colourpop, and Looksy mainly. And here we have my blues and greens. Oops. This is just some overflow palettes because I've run out of space in my other ones. Oops. This is a collection of, so these are some of my favorite. I love cool toned mauves, so this is what that is, my cool toned mauve collection, with a few other colors combined. And last but not least, my cool toned neutrals, I guess you could say. Grays and neutrals, taupes. And then I have this one that is a current collection, or sort of curated from my main collections, and I keep it close to my vanity where I do my makeup. And then this was my take on the coconut palette from Colourpop, and I also use that and keep it close over by where I do my makeup in case I need something for my transition area or whatnot. Okay, so just put these away. Okay, so now moving on. This is one of the palettes that I had meant to show previously. I got it in my BoxyCharm several months ago. It is a cool toned smoky palette, and I've used it 2 or 3 times. I like using the darker colors in it for deepening up the crease. And so it's a really good sort of standby palette for using as a supplemental to a colorful palette or something else that maybe you don't have a darker color or any neutrals, etc. So that's a good one. It's called a Nightingale Pretty Vulgar palette. And then moving on to a very new one. This is the Natasha Denona Love palette. I just got this yesterday or the day before. It's what I have on my eyes today. Very beautiful. I'm just interested in checking it out. This is my first Natasha Denona palette, so interested in checking out to see, you know, if it's kind of worth all the hype and worth the extra expense, and if I, you know, if using this palette, if it seems that much more, you know, easy or user-friendly or better than other palettes, and if it's worth the price tag. So the Natasha Denona Love palette. This is one of the ones that, you know, I've said it before, come for the packaging and stay for the quality. I haven't used it a lot, but the packaging definitely got me. And I was impressed with the customer service too, because when I bought this, when I ordered it from the Urban Decay website, and it came and one of the colors was smashed and they replaced it for me. No questions asked. I mean, I sent them a picture of the smashed palette, but they were very good about replacing it, so that was good. I was very impressed. And I was able to give the smashed one minus 2 or 3 of the shades that had smashed to my daughter. So that's the Urban Decay Elements palette, and I mean, it's so pretty. I do display it on its own on a stand. Okay, so now I've got my JBs Place collection. We'll start out with the Tribe palette. Sorry, I've got a bit of a sniffle going on. So a lot of people call this a green palette, and I'm not really sure why, because to me it's very much a fall palette, you know, autumn, sort of autumn colors, a little bit grungy, and I haven't used it, so I'd love to tell you what I think of it, but other than loving the color story and being very excited to use it uninspired by it, I don't really know. I do know that it is a much loved palette by the YouTube beauty world, so that is the Tribe palette from JBs Place. Then we have the Deuce. A lot of these palettes I bought when they had a 30% off sale, and that's why I haven't used them, because I haven't had them for very long. This is the Deuce palette. I love the color story, and I'm excited to use it, and I think it's beautiful. The green here is just beautiful. I love it. Actually, I should swatch that one for you, just to give you an idea of just how beautiful it is. I'm going to have so much fun doing my makeup for St. Patrick's Day. Because green is so fun, and I've got so many choices now. I remember 2 years ago when I just kind of got into buying eyeshadow palettes, I bought something off of Amazon, and the quality was terrible. But just so that I could have green eyeshadow. So this is the Zulu by JBs Place. Very bright and colorful, and I'm looking forward to using it. I'm going to be saying that a lot. You'll probably all get really tired of me saying that, and you'll be yelling at me, "Damn it, Naomi, use your damn palettes." Well, I'm going to. This one I have used. JBs Place Nubian 3 Coral. It's very pretty. I did a great cool toned, sort of smoky look with this, and I'm looking forward to using it more. It's great. Good quality. Interesting color story too. I like something like that that's unexpected, and that you could, you know, you could really go in 3 completely opposite directions with that palette, but you could also do something with the coral and the smoky tones. So this is the Saharan 2 by JBs Place. Angelica Nyquist made me buy this. She recommended it, and it's very beautiful. Also, Paulina loves this palette too. So, that's a great palette. And then the first 2 palettes I ever owned from JBs Place were the Magic palette, the larger one. As you can see, it has warm tones at the top and cool tones at the bottom. JBs Place is known for their metallic shades. They're great. I've heard that some of their mattes can be, some of them are great, and sometimes they can be a little bit difficult to blend. And this is the the Masquerade palette. I've got 2 rows of sort of neutral tones, and then 2 rows of bright colors, colorful eyeshadows with blues are very nice. Let me swatch one for you because I just think that they're amazing. Wow, that is so nice. Like, like I said, the metallics. Ooh la la. Okay, so that is the JBs Place. I'm just gonna go and put them over here. I don't want to get too many palettes piled up, or else I'm gonna end up with a major avalanche, and then I'll cry and you'll cry and we'll all be crying and it'll be very sad. Okay, so let's go through my Colourpop collection. Here we have Disney Frozen 2 Anna palette. Now this one I did change around a bit because I took out the middle shade, which was glitter, and I put in just sort of a neutral champagne color from the FEM palette that I thought went well with this color story. That's the nice thing about Colourpop, is that their eyeshadows are removable. You can just use a magnet to remove them. I also have the Frozen 2 Elsa palette, and I also removed the glitter shade from the middle, and I put in a cool tone taupe from the FEM palette. I thought it went well with the color story. Colourpop shadows they're pretty much bang on for quality. I mean, you can't really go wrong. It's really just about choosing the colors that you like. I made some changes to this palette as well. I took out glitter shades and I put in some shades from the FEM palette, but I can't remember which ones now. This is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. I love these colors. They're beautiful. It gives such a well, and the packaging, oh my god, I love the packaging. And this palette gives such a romantic look. I also had to have this one for the packaging. Oh, I love it. I love their take on a peacock feather. And I can't remember if I modified this one or not, but I love this color story. The bright pinks are so pretty. This was a major home run for Colourpop, very popular palette. It's peachy colors, very pretty, very nice summery palette. And then I had to have this because of the packaging. The She or the FEM Rose palette, I'm not sure which one it's supposed to be called, and this is beautiful. Again, I just love taupe, mauve, this kind of cool tones, right up my street. I love that. Very pretty. We've got the Wet palette, collaboration with Bretman Rock and Colourpop. I did not buy the Lit palette, I just have the Wet one, but this silver, one of the best silvers in my collection. Like, that is beautiful. And this one, great for the inner eye, for the inner corner of the eye, to add some highlight, especially if you're doing a blue eyeshadow look. Okay, now we have all my plastic 9-pan palettes. Strawberry Shake, I love strawberries. I've used this once and it's beautiful. The Blue Moon. What a beautiful color story. One of my favorite palettes in my collection. Just My Luck. Another nice one for St. Patrick's Day, and that's what it came out for last year. Mint to Be, one of my newer ones. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I love that color. The color of this palette is pretty much almost the color of my walls. I love light green. The Lilac You a lot. Very pretty. Very romantic and soft. And for a sexy evening out, you can put on a smoke show. Smoke it out. I love this. And the colors, like the quality is just top notch. If you don't have, you know, a lot of palettes and you're looking for a really great brand with a very good reputation, their shipping isn't the fastest, but the quality is really good and the price is even better. Okay. Oh, we only have 1, 2, 3, 5 palettes left. Because my back is killing me. So oopsie, I fibbed because we actually have my Morphe palette stacked over here that I didn't see. My ginormous Morphe palettes. So this is the infamous Jaclyn Hill collection, the Vault collection. We have Ring the Alarm. I was happy with my palettes, except I haven't used all of them. Why didn't I use this one? Oh well, because I've been in a cool toned rut for about 1.5 years and I have not really used very many warm tones. Warm eyeshadow palettes. This one is very nice. I've used this one a few times. This one is Dark Magic. Kind of messy though. That bothers me. I don't like messy palettes. Armed and Dangerous. I have not used this. I'd actually like to depot these palettes, what I'd like to do. This one is my favorite. Very beautiful palette, and I've used it quite a bit. I am not sad that I have this collection though, and I thought it was good quality. So I know there was a lot of controversy about it because there seemed to be an initial bad batch, and some people got good ones, some people got bad ones, and then, did they sell bad palettes? Did they destroy it? What did they do? We don't know. Okay, so this is the 25L Live-In Color palette. Hopefully my arms are long enough that I can get the whole thing in the frame. Very pretty palette. And I'm taking this to Vegas with me. I'm going to do up some really beautiful looks with this one, I'll tell you. If I don't like it, I'll give it to my mom because she likes dark blue. And we have the 39A Dare to Create. I've had for a while. This is a beautiful palette. Good quality. Very nice color selection. Was the inspiration, I think, for the James Charles palette, or the layout anyways. I have the 35M Boss, what is it? 35M Boss Mood, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't remember Boss Mode or Moon, or I knew it was something. This is a beautiful palette. I had the 35F Frosted, and I depotted that. I only kept a few shades. And I had the 35 Taupe, and I depotted that, and I kept a few shades. So, I love the green shades in that palette. Then we have the 39S. beautiful palette. Oh my gosh, I really like this one. What is it? 39S, such a gem. This is a beautiful color story. I really like this palette. Maybe I'll use it for Valentine's Day, which is coming up soon. Okay, so now we only have 5 palettes left. That's it for my Morphe palette. So now we'll do Jeffree Star. I did have the Thirsty palette, I think you saw in one of my previous collections. This is the Blue Blood. This is a beautiful palette. I got it on the launch day. I was so excited and I love it. I haven't used it a lot though because it's special and I don't want to get it dirty and I don't want to wreck it and I don't want to use it up. I just want to look at it and love it. Blood Sugar. This was kind of an impulse buy. I mean, is this color story really my thing? No, not really. But still, it's pretty and I don't mind having it. Sometimes I think it's important to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. So if I have a few palettes that aren't exactly my favorite color story, but maybe someday it will be. Maybe I'll use that palette and I'll think, wow, why have I not been using reds? This is the Game of Thrones palette. Now, I read the Game of Thrones. That's the book, but the series, years and years and years ago. I'm a little salty, I have to say. Well, I'm salty that I bonked the camera again. Sorry. I'm also salty because I feel like if it wasn't for the television series that George R.R. Martin would have maybe written the next book, and it just pisses me off that he has not published a book in the series in an eternity. And yeah, not impressed, George, not impressed. So the Game of Thrones, so I'm sure most of you have seen this. I had to have it. Oh, the Iron Throne. Isn't that delicious? And then here are the eyeshadows. So we've got Hard Home, Winterfell, King's Landing, and Bay of Dragons. Oh, I'm sorry, again, these are the, so this top part is meant, Hard Home is the name of this particular color. So this is meant to be north of the wall. This is meant to be Winterfell. This is meant to be King's Landing and the Lannister area, like Casterly Rock. And then this is meant to be on the other side of the ocean. This color here is called Dothraki. I love the Dothraki. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Maybe someday I'll use it, but probably not. And then we have my one and only Pat McGrath palette. And it's beautiful. So this is the Mothership. I'm sorry, so my camera shut off because I hit 30 minutes. That is really irritating when it does that. Okay, so packaging is beautiful. It's very luxe feeling, very luxurious. It's got fingerprints on it. That makes me really mad. Oh my God, Naomi, why have you not used this? It is so pretty. I think I'm like waiting for a special occasion that justifies using something on my eyes that's so expensive. I didn't pay full, well, I did pay full price, but I did use a $100 gift card to help me pay for this that I got using my points. And then my last one is the Sleeping Beauty palette from Besame Cosmetics. I love this palette. Sleeping Beauty is my favorite Disney cartoon, and so the owner of Besame Cosmetics went to the Disney studios and she went to the vault where they keep such things, and they did a perfect reproduction of the colors, including the names of them. So gray blue 104, gray pink 109, rose 105, coral 102, and all of these are, so they're a facsimile of the exact colors that were used in the actual making in the animation. So her eyes were gray blue 104. So this color right here was the color of her eyes exactly. The color here, gray pink 109, that was the color of her lips when she was wearing the peasant costume. Rose 105, this is the color of her eyelids, and so on and so forth. And then at the bottom we start getting into the colors for Maleficent, because you cannot have a princess without having a villain, right? And she's awesome. I always thought she was one of the scariest of the villains when I was a little kid. Okay, so that is my eyeshadow palette collection. I've done 3 parts. I will link the first and the second part up in the cards if you're interested in seeing. Okay, so that's my eyeshadow palette collection. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoy my palettes. Collecting eyeshadow palettes is probably, well, not probably, it's not my favorite thing. My kids are my favorite thing, my husband's my favorite thing, my family, but eyeshadow palettes is a close second to all of those things. So my collection does bring me a lot of joy, and I guess that's what's important. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Time is our most precious commodity, and when you spend a little bit of yours with me, it makes me feel very special. So thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.